Hi, everybody. I'm Bailey Whited, and I'll be presenting for my group with Jesse Dunn, Elena Gottlick, Mallory Mobley, and Alyssa White. So, our group chose to come up with a lesson plan for The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. A lot of you all probably read this book growing up and remember it, but I'll go through the plot really quick as well. So, The Giving Tree is a story about the relationship between a little boy and a tree and how it changes over the years. The boy starts off visiting the tree really often to share with it and play. But as he grows up, he starts to visit the tree less. And when he does, he's there to ask the tree for things that he needs. So over time, the tree gives the boy her apples, and then her branches, and then her trunk to make him happy. And then at the end of the book, he visits one more time as an old man, but this time the tree has nothing left to give but a nice place to rest. And even though the boy keeps taking and taking from the tree over all this time, the tree's always happy to give him what she has, because she sees that it makes him happy, and so she likes to share with him. So this book is really aimed at children with reading levels of about kindergarten through third grade, but it's a really good story about sharing and compassion and friendship that can really be enjoyed by a large age. So I remember reading this book as a kid, and I still think it's really special now. So um, it's a really good book that can definitely be used for kids with beyond third grade reading skills. So now I'll talk about a few different areas of speech and language that we can target with this book. So the first one is articulation, and the target that we'd be working on here is sounds in initial, medial, and final position in the word. And we can also work on word, phrase, sentence, or conversational level, depending on where your student is at. This book has a lot of really good opportunities to practice the R sound in different positions with words like gather, branches, tree, trunk, and rest. And it can definitely also be extended into discussion about the book with words like friend or caring or stuff like that. Then for fluency, you could have the child read the story aloud and work on implementing their speaking strategies while they read. And after every few pages, you can stop and have a little discussion with the student about what's going on with the story. And then this way they can practice not only with reading, but also in the conversational context as well. Then for cognition, you could have them read a few pages, or you can read the pages together, and then stop to ask more specific comprehension questions. So things like, what did the boy ask for from the tree? Or what two things has the tree given the boy so far? Or what was the second thing that the tree gave to the boy? And then at the end, you can just talk about like the overall plot. The Giving Tree also gives us a really good opportunity to talk about feelings that characters in the story might be having. So things like happiness or sadness. And then you can extend into more complex emotions like caring or compassion. So here are some vocabulary activities that we came up with for this book. Um, so we can talk about apples, money, boat, and happy. Um, so we'll start by teaching the vocabulary word, and I'll use boat as an example here. Um, so we'll teach that boat is a vehicle and you use it to travel across water. Then we'll model how to use the vocabulary word in a sentence. So a sentence like, the boy will sail the boat. And then for an activity, we could make boats out of different materials and try them out in like a little bucket of water to see if they float. And then this also provides us some opportunities to talk about new vocabulary, like the different materials that you're making your toy boats out of, and what it means for something to float or sink. And then for language activities, we can target both phonological and morphological. So for phonological, we can work on elision tasks. So things like say boat, now say boat without the buh, or initial phoneme isolation. So just talking about sounds in like the first sound in the word, or the last sound in the word, or something like that. And then and that facilitates phonological awareness. And then this book also uses a lot of past tense verbs, so we could target morphology by changing those past tense verbs in the story into present or future tense. And then that can be worked on at the word or phrase or sentence level if the student is ready to progress just beyond just the word. And then for spelling and writing activities, we could do a spelling quiz using some of the vocabulary words from the story, like money, leaves, or stump. And we can also give the student some writing prompts, like writing about someone who means a lot to them or what they thought about all the boy was taking from the tree. And if they have ever done something like that to a friend in their lives. And this is just a really good activity that can help really connect this book to some actual life experiences that the child has had. So this book is just a really great one that can really go beyond just a reading activity together in therapy. And then for some more extension activities, we could do something like planting a flower together or some other kind of little plant. And then we can use the vocabulary from the story, so we can talk about giving the plant some water and soil and sunlight so that it can grow, and then how the plant gives us oxygen and its beauty after it blooms. And we can also use this as a good time to teach about recycling. Um, so we can talk about how trees give us paper and then how we can give back to the earth by recycling. And then here we have a couple of videos, and I'm not going to play them for you just because I don't want to go over time, and I'm recording this on Zoom, so honestly, I'm not really sure how to do that with you all. But this one, I'll send the whole presentation to Dr. McCarthy, so she'll be able to post it and you all will be able to get to them. So they're just on YouTube, and this one is just a cute little how-to book about planting seeds. So this would be a cute little thing to go along with reading the story and then your seed planting activity if you decide to do something like that. And then this one here is a link on YouTube to be able to watch a read aloud of the story. Um, so that's it. We enjoyed working on this project and being able to come up with some fun activities for this book. And I hope you all enjoyed our presentation.